Hey guys, how's it going? This is Jessie Medina and I am here with you today to share about this test kit that I got called Viome. The test itself is called Microbiome test or something, but this is the brand that I got. The reason I got this one is because, the reason I got a test is because for the last year or so, my memory has been kind of bad and my brain has been kind of foggy. I am a serial entrepreneur. I do have a lot going on, and so it is normal sometimes to go through periods like that. However, I thought, why not try to improve my brain function and my alertness, etc., etc. And so I started reading this book called Unstoppable. And when I started reading that book, and I will show it to you right here. Well, this is the journal. The book is sitting right there, but I can't reach it. But this is a journal for it. So I got the journal and the book. And I really like it because as soon as I started reading the book, I was like, oh my gosh, that's so me. Like, I was doing so much. To everybody else, I am otherwise a successful, productive person. I really am really productive. However, my brain was just not feeling right. And so I decided to start digging into it. I started reading this book, and I've been reading other stuff too. And this is the one that I'm currently on. That it recommends, among other things, to get a test for your gut health. And what this test does is it kind of recommends things that you should and shouldn't be eating. And the reason being is because sometimes, people think, oh, you're being lazy, you're procrastinating, you're, all these things that maybe like don't sound like you. And you're like, what the heck? I'm not procrastinating. I just can't keep up, right? Like, my brain is not functioning. Sometimes these things are affected by other factors, and it's not a willpower thing. In fact, I actually am one of those people that I have really strong willpower. And so I would do things, but my brain would feel exhausted by it. And so in this case, it recommends various things, and I will talk about the book in another video, and I will share more about all the tips. But one of the tips was to get this test so you can test your gut health and bacteria and see if there are foods that are actually making you feel unproductive. Maybe they're making you feel, groggy. Maybe they are stealing your energy. And in this case, sure, your willpower, you can be strong, but eventually you're going to get tired. You're going to get tired of trying to just use willpower. So this is one of the tips to biohack. And biohack means you are using hacks, you're using things to enhance your biology, to enhance your body, to enhance your brain, and to assist your brain so that you don't work as hard to try to make, work productive or whatever it may be that you're trying to do. In my case, I was trying really, really, really hard to stay focused. And so, why not help it, right? So anyway, so I got the Viome one. The reason I got this one is because I went to this place and, they had this one. So I don't know anything about this brand, but this is the one they recommended. So I'm going to open it for the first time. It says here, imagine living in a world where illness is optional. So one of the benefits of this is not just, the gut health to be productive or whatever, but also like sometimes obesity is caused by certain bacteria that you have in your gut, that no matter how much you try, like if the bacteria is there aiding and you're gaining weight or whatever it may be. So there are foods that you need to avoid, and everybody's different. That's why diets don't work. That's why I don't do diets, because everybody's different. So you gotta eat what's right for you, for your body. And I think we naturally have a way to know what's good for us or not. Like, our bodies will tell us what's good or not, but we sometimes don't notice it. We're so used to feeling a certain way. Like, every time I eat, for example, processed carbs, I lose energy. But for the longest time, I felt like that for so long that I almost like, I thought it was normal, right, for a time. Then obviously I started reading, doing research, and I realized that's not normal, and I do feel that. So I already know that I might come up with some sort of like intolerance for gluten or for like processed carbs or something. So I already know that because I started listening to my body. So if you start listening to your body, you'll realize that our body does tell us what it likes and it doesn't like and what's good for it or not. Anyway, so I'm going to try this one. I'm going to open it. So it comes in this nice little matte black box. It doesn't look as pretty maybe anymore because it's been sitting around my house for a couple of days. And we just moved here, so it's messy. So I guess when you open it, it comes in a silver box. So that's nice when you open a present and then there's another box. Here it says conflicting food advice is now obsolete. So yeah, so if you know what you're supposed to eat and not eat, that's definitely really helpful. So it comes with this simple instructions. It looks like it's only 3 steps, which is really good. So it says register the kit, complete the questionnaires, and collect your sample. And it takes 2 to 3 weeks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a follow-up video when I get the results to see, you know, what I got, to share what I got, and then, you know, hopefully hack my diet and hopefully do better. So it comes in another box, yet another box. That's kind of cool. Hopefully it's the last one. Yeah, there we go. So I'm guessing this is where you send in your sample, and when I mean by sample, I do mean stool sample or poop. So I will definitely not show you that part of the experiment. And then here it has a measuring tape. I don't know why it has a measuring tape. Let's see. So you would tape measure to take your weight. Oh, okay. So you use a tape measure to measure your waist and hip. Enter the information in the questionnaire section, which I haven't found yet. And then you poop, and then you use the little scoop they include in here to put in the sample. It looks like you shake it for 30 seconds, and then 30 seconds, and then you ship, and that's it. So I will be doing this. I will test it. Make sure you follow me. I will be doing a lot of the videos of my journey through this eating better and biohacking and also minimalizing. So I'm doing all these 3 things, and in hopes of simplifying my life and just letting my brain rest and breathe and really focus on the things that I care about, like my businesses and, you know, my relationships, and not have to like work to be able to do work, you know. But of course there's work to do all the time, and honestly, to get healthy, it does take work. To do anything in life, it does take work. To become a millionaire, it does take work. Everything takes work. So if anybody's like, oh, you know, I'm a millionaire, I'm just traveling the world and living in luxury and my life is easy. It's not easy. Even if you are traveling around the world and you're a vlogger or something, it takes work to do that. It takes a lot of work to film and edit and all that stuff. So whatever it is you want to do, it takes work, and I'm willing to put in the work to hack these things so my brain can perform at its highest ability, because I do have a really high IQ. You know, I am a pretty smart person, and I am a pretty productive person. All these things that I know I am, and I've been my entire life. And so when you notice your body changing or your brain changing, it's time to do something, to put in a little work. So anyway, I'm going to put in the work by pooping on this one. And then I will let you know what happens. But make sure you follow so that you can see the journey. You can get notified when I upload new videos, especially the results for this one if you're really interested. It's getting really sunny and I have to go into the office. But I do encourage you to follow and like this video if you like the information here. And we'll talk soon. Besos. Oh, I'm already breaking days. Also, I do want to add that this is not a sponsored post. I have never been in touch with the Viome people. I don't know anything about this company. The only thing is I went into the store. This is the test kit they had. I happened to be reading this journal, and it was recommended to get a kit to test your gut. It didn't recommend the brand either. So, you know, I just read that and then went to the store, and they happened to have this one, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've been wanting to do that for like a week now. So to me, it was like the perfect time, but it's not sponsored. So yeah.